So let's tell you guys the story about Mr. Tremaine Jackson. He is an Arizona state trooper, right? And he has been accused of 61 counts. Count them. 61. If y'all heard me, click that thumbs up. Click that thumbs up. 61 counts of sex-related kidnapping and fraud charges from a man who is not only a veteran officer, but he is also someone who has represented our country. He fought for our country. I want to say salute to all of our troops out there. If you have been in the military or have military in your family, salute to our troops. Thank you guys for your service. Okay? But just because you have served our country doesn't mean you get to serve what's in your pants to people's mouths. That's wrong. I'm going to say that again. Just because you've served our country doesn't mean you get to serve what's in your pants to people's mouths. I just thought of that. I don't know why I'm crazy like that. Let me just tell the damn story, okay? Now, in a news release, September 10th, 2019, DPS explained that an arrest came after an investigation, complaints made by the public. Jackson, who is 43 years old, who looks like he's about 73 years old, in the face, right? The charges include sexual abuse, sexual extortion, kidnapping, harassment, and fraud. He sounds depraved. Guys, look that word up. Depraved. That's what he sounds like, okay? Authorities have now established an online complaint form that can be used by anyone who believes they were victimized by Jackson. Damn it. I kind of wish that, shout out to my brother Relationship Rehab, who was in the chat. If you guys have not checked him out, please make sure you guys check out his channel, who does the best police breakdowns. But bruh, this one came across my email. I had to snag this one on the bad cop, bro, and I hope I do it some justice, okay? But shout out to my brother Relationship Rehab. DPS Colonel Frank Milstead said in a press conference that Arizona Department of Public Safety is a proud and venerable organization with a storied past. Most of the employees serve Arizona with pride and integrity. He said most. He added, "We are keenly aware of our position in society and that we operate with public trust and sentiment. When one of our own betrays public trust or breaks laws, we respond quickly and without regret. We are as open and as transparent as law allows. That is why we are here today to talk about one of the troopers in our command who has broken the law and betrayed the public trust." So here's what you guys need to know about this melted milk dud face fucker right here. Melted milk dud face. That's his name. Y'all know I got to give everybody a name. That's going to be his name. Look at that face. Tell me why this motherfucker look like he been sitting out in the sun and he just has that. Sorry. Okay, let me just tell the story. Here's what you need to know. Number one, he is accused of abusing women during traffic stops, right? Authorities have alleged that the crimes occurred during traffic stops. Authorities have alleged that the complaint alleged that Jackson committed an act of sexual assault against women during traffic stops. Jackson was immediately placed on administrative leave and an investigation was immediately initiated. During the course of investigation, additional victims were discovered, DPS released. Milstead said Trooper Jackson was using his position to bargain leniency for favor. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Y'all know how high those damn tickets are that they be pulling you over for? I'm going to give you guys an example. You get a seatbelt violation in Oklahoma, might cost you $25, little tap on the wrist, pay it, move on, right? Not a big deal. Out here in Texas, that damn thing, man, I went ahead and went to an online course and took like a defensive driving course or something like that just to get mine dismissed or whatever it was, that damn thing was like $156. It was damn near $200. They charge you for as much for seatbelts in Texas as they do for speeding tickets. Sorry, but I kind of understand if these women want to acquiesce in order to get out of some bullshit. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I get it. But that's also why people like this have to have a much higher level of standard than your actual citizens do, because they're the ones that want to get out the bull crap. It is your job to uphold the law, right? And I want, matter of fact, since most of our crowd is ladies, I want y'all to chime in and let me know how y'all feel about this. How would y'all feel if an officer told you that all you got to do is give him some mouth treatment in order to get out of a ticket? How would that make some of you ladies feel? I'm just saying. I've never had a melted face going on here. I've never had that going on with my face, right? You know what I'm saying? I always get mistaken for being younger than I am when I'm actually an old man with gray hairs, right? But I'm just saying, I've never had to take advantage of women. Never had to do this. So maybe I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand what it's like to have power. I mean, I've ran clubs, I've ran groups, I've ran businesses my damn self. I'm sorry, but you just can't do this. You cannot do this. And it's about to get worse, okay? So let's keep going. Authorities stress that they think that there are potentially additional victims, and I'm pretty damn sure there are. Point number 2, he's been fired already, okay? Now, authorities say that Tremaine Jackson has been fired. According to the TV station, Jackson is accused of using his position to extort sexual favors from women he pulled over. He has been on leave since June of 2019, okay? Now, Milstead said that in May, authorities were investigating a complaint of inappropriate commentary. While they were investigating that, a second complaint came in alleging sexual abuse as well as inappropriate commentary. This is the thing that you guys have to remember. I believe that it is less likely that a person didn't do something as compared to what they actually did do if you have more and more people coming forward giving separate accounts of what's going on and everybody has the same story. You guys kind of understand where I'm coming from? I believe that there's a much likelier chance that he did what they're accusing him of just from the sheer number of people that came forward and gave the same story. And those people are not going to know each other like that, right? This all came out all at one time, okay? Now, again, if you guys would do me a favor, please click that thumbs up. Please help share our stream and let other people know that we're live. I don't really ask a lot from people, but I do need for the people that are just chilling and watching to click that thumbs up. We have 69 thumbs up. I know people be like, well, why you got to stop the story? Why can't you just click the thumbs up? Click the thumbs up. Clicky the thumbs up. Clicky, clicky, right? We should have about 100 thumbs up, and we are sitting at 69. Come on, people. Help us out. Let everybody know that this stream is live, if you would, please. I'm going to check it one more time and see where we're at. We're at 76. I'm looking for 100 thumbs up. That don't even take no time. That don't take any effort. Just click the thumbs up, okay? Now, let's move forward. The colonel said that Tremaine had tarnished the agency and victimized women. Point number 3. He worked for Metro Motors District. So according to DPS, so far, 8 victims have been identified. That's why I said it was a lot. 8 victims have been identified. Jackson worked for AZ DPS for 13 years and was most recently assigned to the department's Metro Motors District, DPS explained, and that's located in the Phoenix area. In June, the department received a complaint of misconduct against Jackson. Colonel Franklin Milstead said in a press conference that DPS had been interviewing women Jackson pulled over. Now, according to the news, the oldest accusations date back to 2018. We believe this may not be all of our victims. And point number 4, Milstead said that Jackson's alleged crimes were committed during traffic stops. We're horrified, and we're absolutely horrified, Milstead said. He added that all of the accusers are female. All of the accusers are female. And that Jackson was uninformed and on duty when the accusations occurred. Oh, excuse me, not uninformed. Okay, I said that wrong. Uniformed, excuse me. My apologies. I said uninformed. Jackson was uniformed. It's my bad. And on duty when the accusations occurred. I said, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. He was on duty and uninformed. Like, wait a minute, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. He is accused of falsifying departmental worksheets and or citations. There's no excuse for that. The kidnapping allegations stem from Jackson being accused of keeping people for extra time when they were under arrest. When they weren't under arrest, excuse me. So whenever they say, am I free to go? If they are free to go, if they are not legally under arrest, then you have to let them go. If you continue to detain them, you are now breaking the law. So a lot of people are right about that when they talk about these kind of things. Milstead didn't want to give away any modus operandi, his motive, in full while the case is investigated, including how physical the crimes were. Here's the last point. The release lists these charges and say that Jackson will be booked in the Maricopa County 4th Avenue Jail on them. There is, well, I can't read all of these. An ARS subsection 13. Well, I'm not going to read all that. There's sexual abuse, 2 counts, attempted sexual abuse, 2 counts, attempted sexual assault, 1 count, sexual extortion, 2 counts, sexual extortion, 2 counts, unlawful sexual conduct, peace officers, 4 counts, unlawful imprisonment, 8 counts, kidnapping, 8 counts, harassment, 4 counts, forgery, 8 counts, fraudulent schemes and artifices, 5 counts, fraudulent schemes and practices, willful concealment, 7 counts, tampering with public record, 8 counts. The Arizona Department of Public Safety deeply regrets the reprehensible acts perpetuated by Tremaine Jackson. Jackson broke all trust with the community and the department. We will continue to investigate any new leads or information, and they gave their contact information. And I'm sure none of us are really going through that. If you are, then just contact Arizona Police Department. Let's go ahead and give it fair use, get this thing popping. You dig? Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Again, if you guys would, click the thumbs up. We are sitting literally at 90 thumbs up. When you come in, click the thumbs up. You guys know the smaller channels need the most help, so I need you guys to click that thumbs up, okay? Okay. Thank you very much. Let's get it in.
Thanks for joining us. New facts show the bizarre and brazen lengths that one DPS trooper allegedly went to as he attempted to sexually exploit female drivers that he had pulled over.
Tremaine Jackson faces a possible 61 charges of sex abuse, kidnapping, and harassment. He's accused of trying to bargain with women that he held at traffic stops, offering to go lenient on them in exchange for sexual contact or favors. Joe Dana has our big story tonight. And Joe, you reviewed the arrest paperwork. What did you find?
A lot of disturbing details, dating back to at least October of last year. The now fired highway patrol officers described by multiple women he stopped as propositioning them, flirting with them, and threatening to arrest them or impound their cars if they didn't give in to his advances. Call it female profiling. Traffic stop data shows former trooper Tremaine Jackson stopped more women than men on the road, a statistical anomaly given that the average trooper in Jackson's own squad stopped an average of 2 men for every 1 woman. It may not have been a coincidence. Court records show 9 women involved in 8 traffic stops accused Jackson of making sexual advances on them, using explicit language, and holding them for up to 2 hours during questioning. During a December 15th stop near the I-10 and 35th Avenue, the alleged victim says Jackson gave her several sobriety tests, started telling her she was a beautiful woman with nice lips, placed her hands on the crotch of his pants, and gave her 2 options, jail or get a ride home and coffee.
That's ridiculous. That is just ridiculous and inexcusable.
Another woman pulled over by Jackson on December 22nd at a tire shop near the 17 in McDowell says Jackson threatened to arrest her for DUI because she had a case of beer in her car.
Let me call something out. Jacoby pointed out something that was really important, and I'm still reading the chat, okay? So if you guys want to type in the chat, I can definitely still see it. Jacoby said he was targeting poor women. Now, I want to tell you guys why I believe not only is he right, but also another way that he was probably using the power to his advantage. Because I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know if y'all have ever been downtown on them days where they round up a whole bunch of people on these tickets and they give them all the same court date, and it'd be about 200-300 people sitting down there looking like dumbasses, either asking for time to pay or whatever the case is, or to hear what their charges are. Those things, depending on how many tickets you got, can end up high as hell. And I'm gonna tell you, not only do you have to take off of work, then you have to park, or you have to figure out a way to get down there if your car got impounded. That is a lot of stress. If any of you guys have never been through that, it's some bull crap, I'm telling you. It's not nothing anybody wants to go through. The reason I say that is because most of those people that are just languishing in jail, like Jacoby said, are usually poor people. I've actually heard Tommy talk about that multiple times. The people that usually end up screwed in the court system are usually poor people. You can't afford an attorney. So what do? You get a weak ass public defender. Even if all you got to do is invest a couple $1,000s, you need to have some real representation. Public defenders will ship you up the damn creek. Perfect example of that, Julius Jones, my brother, out of Oklahoma City. His life is on the line because he had 2 weak, terrible public defenders. Representation costs money. The lower class and middle class are getting bombarded with these damn tickets. That's how most of these cities are run. If y'all have ever been to any of these small counties or small cities, then you guys know that most of those small towns and small cities make most of their money off of pulling people over on tickets. Don't believe me? Travel more. Let's keep going. But that was actually a great comment. Yeah, I agree, Steve. They're going to sue the hell out the city, and they rightfully should. They should. Let's keep going.
She agreed to sex with Jackson in exchange for not being arrested. But when Jackson followed her to her friend's house, she ran inside and locked the door. The troopers also accused of following one woman after she got into her car and left a quick trip at 27th Avenue and Northern. The woman said she felt like Jackson was trying to pick up on her. The troopers also accused of stopping nightclub dancers on 2 different occasions. One who left her...
That's heinous. That's heinous. Because those chicks are already down and bad, like we say out here in the South. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that. These chicks that are working in strip clubs, I'm going to rewind that so y'all can hear that. Those chicks are already down bad. That's what we say, down bad. They are already in downtrodden positions, I should say. And they definitely ain't got no money. Most of them broads be broke. I know y'all say, well, dancers should never be broke. And, you know, they showing everything they got to get what it is that they want, like they say in Players Club. Well, most of them broads is broke. I'm telling you. As quick as it comes in, it goes right back out. Literally and figuratively. Right? But for him to be pulling over strippers, that's automatic. Most of them broads ain't got very many standards anyway. I'm sorry. I know there's some dancers that probably ain't gonna give me no lap dances no more. I get it. I might not, y'all might not want to come speak to me in the club because of what I just said. I hope you don't flaggy my channel. But that's real talk. If they'll get asshole naked for a couple dollars, I'm sorry, they probably will go around the corner and go do what they got to do with this officer in order to get out a few damn tickets. That I can, and most of them bras be having all kind of stuff on them. Let me go ahead and play the video. I'm giving up too much information. I'm telling on my damn self. Let's keep going.
In exchange for not being arrested. But when Jackson followed her to her friend's house, she ran inside and locked the door. The troopers also accused of following one woman after she got into her car and left a quick trip at 27th Avenue and Northern. The woman said she felt like Jackson was trying to pick up on her. The troopers also accused of stopping nightclub dancers on 2 different occasions. One who left her shift at Jaguar's nightclub near McDowell and the I-17. The woman said during questioning, Jackson asked for a date and for her to dance. Quote, Jackson followed her almost all the way to her residence until she turned in another direction, the investigation states. Now, according to DPS, Jackson falsely documented the interactions with the drivers as only lasting a few minutes.
Well, look, guys, that's a part of my past. I don't go to strip clubs anymore. As of this past weekend. But when I first started to DJ, the first clubs I started to DJ in were strip clubs. I just thought that was interesting because that's an environment that I'm very, very well familiar with. Just saying. Let's keep going.
Logic here suggests that body cameras...
That's definitely a Henny and a Plan B. Good catch. Good catch, Marie. Henny and a Plan B. That's a good catch.
Could help prevent a problem trooper from getting away with such behavior over a period of time. Well, DPS still does not use body cams. Coming up at 6, why Director Frank Milstead says he doesn't think that body cameras would prevent this kind of behavior, and why an expert disagrees. Back.
Yeah, body cams actually would help, and I think that they've done more good than they have harm, to be honest with you guys. I love the body cams. Keep them going. Make them all mandatory. Let's keep this thing going, guys. We got a lot of videos coming up. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Y'all see, whenever y'all hit the thumbs up, a couple of extra people come in. I know it's midnight here Central Time, but help your boy out. I'm a very, very small YouTuber. If y'all would help your boy out, man, please hit the damn thumbs up.
And that trooper, Tremaine Jackson, officially fired tonight. We were there as he walked into jail.
He is accused of trading sexual favors in exchange for leniency during traffic stops. ABC 15's Zach Crenshaw hearing exclusively from Jackson's family. And Zach, DPS says at least 8 victims, but possibly more.
Detectives with DPS are convinced of that, Steve, because after 2 complaints earlier this year, investigators found 6 more women allegedly abused by Jackson. I'm told all of them have very similar stories, all victims of a trooper they should have been able to trust.
We're horrified.
DPS booking one of their own into jail, Trooper Tremaine Jackson.
He's been with the agency for about 13 years.
For at least the past year, his former co-workers allege Jackson was abusing his power and preying on women.
He was using his positional authority.
No, I do agree with that, GSD Mom. You do have to turn the body cam on, but I think that they should have it to where if you make a traffic stop or make any kind of stop, make any type of contact with the public, with the citizens, I think you should be required to turn it on. I don't know if that's the law or not, but I believe that if you have a body cam, if you're going to interact with the public, you should have it on. That's my opinion.
Allege Jackson was abusing his power and preying on.
I was paid to spin records. That's right. All I pay you to do, Blue, is spin records. That is it. That is it. Shout out to Players Club and shout out to my guy Ronald Glover. I see you, man. Good call.
The past year, his former coworkers allege Jackson was abusing his power and preying on women.
He was using his positional authority to extort sexual favor. The kidnapping allegations stem from him keeping people an inordinate amount of time and not allowing them to free to leave.
There are 8 victims right now. DPS thinks there are more.
Please come forward and let us know about your inappropriate experience.
Jackson's former neighbors as blindsided as the department.
I mean, I think it's crazy. Never thought anything like this would ever happen.
What was he like as a person?
He seemed pretty cool.
In just the last week, Jackson moved his family.
He don't seem pretty cool. He seems like a lame. That dude seemed lame as hell, man. If you gotta rape chicks like this, threaten them to give them tickets and threaten to impound their cars, and then you gotta bruh, I'm sorry. Let me tell you guys this before I keep playing the damn video, because I'm about to get real explicit here in a little bit. And I might not be able to get another lap dance from another stripper in the next 7 states. You don't have to rape a stripper. You don't have to convince a stripper to sleep with you. You don't have to threaten them. You don't have to coerce them. They don't have to be bargained with. They don't have to be reasoned with. They don't feel pity or remorse or fear. And they absolutely will not stop ever until you get your nut. Just saying. By the way, while I'm saying that, make sure you guys go to A Fatherless America, since I'm still in Tommy's lines. Y'all go to afatherlessamerica.com and make sure that you guys pick up a Fatherless America movie. It's a great movie, by the way. Awesome movie. Awesome movie. Just saying, man, you ain't got to coerce a stripper into doing nothing. So the fact that this dude had to threaten a stripper, that's pretty damn lame, for real.
What was he like as a person?
He seemed pretty cool.
In just the last week, Jackson moved his family.
I saw SWAT teams all over in the driveway.
Tuesday morning, his new home was raided.
And I just heard screaming like, they have a warrant for your arrest.
Inside the house,
Are you a relative?
Yes, I am.
Jackson's sister-in-law.
Did they serve a search warrant here? Did they go through your home?
Yes, they did.
So what do you think of the charges?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second.
You don't think he did that stuff?
No.
That lady did not believe he did any of this stuff when they went to the house to go contact her. But let me ask you guys this. If 8 people accused you of doing something, $40 get you a lot in Buffalo. Oh my God. Edmund Carter. Oh my God. $40? Anybody want to donate me $40 when I go to Buffalo? My God, man. I'm just saying. Sheesh. Let me get back to my point with this lady. Why wouldn't you believe that? The fact that he has the power and the influence to convince people to do some stupid shit, right? He's been on the job for that long. And the fact that he's got the melty face going on. He's got his face is I'm melting. He's got the Wicked Witch of the West face. I'm melting. Right? He's not an attractive guy. I would expect for him to try to coerce some sexual favors. Just saying.
You don't think he did that stuff?
No.
Jackson will have his day in court. His days as a trooper, though, are over. Now, DPS officially firing Jackson just a few hours ago. In the next few hours, he's set to appear before a judge here in jail. Live outside the 4th Avenue jail, Zach Crenshaw, ABC 15, Arizona.
I think that would be a little bit interesting if they were all strippers. So we're not going to know that until we get deeper into the story, though, okay? But again, guys, click that thumbs up. You see the numbers are going up a little bit. We got a whole 149 people. I'm so excited. I know we can get a few more people in the building, man. If y'all click that thumbs up, help us out. Let's keep going. Jay has to stop watching me and Lady Lie. You have rubbed off on me. I do like for ladies to rub off on me. And apparently, so does this officer. You guys know, like Lanisha just said, you guys know that there are a lot of incidents that happen in the military. And again, I don't believe that this just popped up one day. I think that in his mind, he's been doing this for a very long time. For a very long time. And I would not put it past him that he probably had some indiscretions in the military. So that's a great call out, Lanisha. Great call out. I bet you that if some people wanted to come forward from the military, if they had some females out there, I bet you I can guarantee that somebody will have a story to tell about this dude. Yep, straight up. Let's keep going.
You also will be subject to a curfew that they will set, and they'll give you the time frames. You need to make sure that you are in compliance with the curfew as well as the electronic monitor. Conditions of your release is you are to have no contact with any of the alleged victims or any witnesses. You are not to be in possession of any weapons. And the rest of the conditions are pretty straightforward. Do you have any questions of me at this time?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Okay. Counsel, is there anything either of you have to say at this time?
Not from state.
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So, if you would step over there, you can sign for your paperwork, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Tonight, our big story at 10. A DPS trooper arrested after he's accused of sexually abusing a woman during a traffic stop.
But DPS says that wasn't the only time the trooper used his position of authority to sexually abuse women.
Team 12's Michael Doudna has been looking into this case and joins us live from the 4th Avenue Jail. And Michael, the details revealed today about the trooper are disturbing.
Yeah, they're disturbing to be sure, guys. In fact, DPS says what this officer would often do is basically during traffic stops will use his position of authority to offer leniency in exchange for sexual favors. Sir, what do you have to say about the charges against you? Former DPS patrol officer Tremaine Jackson, silent, booked on 61 counts.
He was using his positional authority to extort sexual favor from these traffic stops.
The list of charges is lengthy, including sexual abuse, attempted sexual assault, sexual extortion, kidnapping, and forgery.
We're horrified. We're absolutely horrified.
Police say they first got a complaint against Jackson in May from a woman who was pulled over by Jackson, followed by another allegation in June. DPS placed the officer.
Let me read what you said. You said how many of those seven kids came from women he's done this to is the question. Ooh, good point. It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder where all of his 7 kids came from. It does make you wonder. I would love to hear the story about that. If they're all from one person or from multiple women and what their story is about him. I would love for that to come out. So for the baby mamas of this dude, please stand up and come out and speak your truth. I would love for them to have a round table about all the bullshit that he done did. I can guarantee you that this dude has probably done some messed up stuff in the course of him creating 7 kids. That I can guarantee you.
Are on leave while an investigation revealed even more victims.
To that end, we have identified 8 victims at this point who have had inappropriate or commentary or inappropriate contact with Trooper Jackson.
Police would not exactly reveal what Jackson did in each case, how he exchanged leniency on traffic stops for sexual favors, or how far the abuse went, but did say it was.
Oh, thank you for calling it out. GSD mom said he only has 2 kids and the other 5 are his sister-in-law. Oh, God. I did hear that, but I didn't really pay attention to that.
Reveal what Jackson did in each case, how he exchanged leniency on traffic stops for. DPS believes there may be even more victims.
A single trooper that tarnishes the reputation of an agency or of a profession and victimizes women on a traffic stop is horrifying.
Jackson was booked into the 4th Avenue jail earlier on tonight. The next step for him will be a court appearance, which we're told will happen tomorrow morning. Now, we want to reiterate that Jackson has been fired, and they are looking to see if there are more victims in this case. And if you believe you have been a victim in this case, well, you are encouraged to call a number that is on our website at 12news.com. We're live outside the 4th Avenue jail. Michael Downa, 12 News.
All right, Mike.
All right, let me go ahead and cut this off because I don't know what the heck the freaking problem is. But let me go ahead and cut this video off, and I'm hoping I can wrap. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys, okay? Because I don't want to keep you guys too long, and this stream keeps cutting out, and I'm going to have to fix it, obviously, before I go live again here tomorrow. But I want to cover a few points. This guy, I said the and he, tried to say it in the same word. He is the reason why people have a negative perception about the police, especially black police, okay? Like, you cannot be in this type of position, in this type of authority. It's just like you can't be in a nursing home and neglect your patients because those people need you. They depend on you and they pay you, right? You can't do this type of stuff. You cannot be in a trusted position like this and take advantage of public trust and public money, okay? Also, if he has a family, if he is married and has a wife and has kids, then why is he out here stealing pussy? He's strong-arming people for pussy. Don't understand it. No excuse for it. Also, it's also very dangerous for him to have access to people's private information, from social security numbers to addresses to phone numbers to photos, access to their records, their criminal records, any type of records that they have. Police have access to look up a lot of different things, and I hope that they also do a query search on the type of things that he's been looking up underneath his login access information. I hope that they do that, and I hope that that comes out also. Now, they're saying that he has 7 children. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I've heard that 2 were actually his, 5 were from a family member. I would love to know what the situation is with that and how that came about, okay? Also, as a police officer, dumbass, you have to know that somebody is going to tell on you. How many of you people can agree with that? You can't be that dumb. You can't be a grown man with a family, been in the military, been in the police. You have some level of competency. You have to know that people are going to tell on you. The way that the world is now, in this PC, politically correct world that we live in, and Black Lives Matter getting on to y'all asses, and everybody suing all the police departments out the wazoo, and how many bundles of years, and then Daniel Holtzclaw out of Oklahoma, how much trouble he got in from doing the same type of stuff. At some point, you had to know that people were going to tell on you. You know why? Because there is a low risk for people getting traffic tickets, and it's a low risk for them to tell on you. I don't think a police officer would murder somebody over trying to give them a traffic ticket over them just trying to get some sex. Maybe it's possible, I don't know, but I think it's a low risk, high reward situation for them to turn your ass in, and they could potentially get paid and get you in a hell of a lot of trouble. Also, Black Lives Matter has a focus on the police. I'm pretty sure that this has a lot to do with their message. And the reason why I bring up Black Lives Matter is because if Black Lives Matter, then why are they letting this black man, black police officer, when they usually deal with the police, why they let him get away with what he's doing, and they haven't come out and said anything, they haven't stood up, they haven't marched, they haven't did a damn thing. But I also want you guys to think about this. What race do you think that he was mainly taking advantage of throughout his career? I can almost guarantee you that it's probably people who share his same skin color, the classification of black people. Now, why do I say that? The reason why I say that is because he feels like he knows black people, how they think. He's grew up in the black community. He is black, right? So he probably feels like he knows their mindset, how they think, and the fact that a lot of them are disenfranchised in this particular area. And he probably feels like if he puts them in a position to make them feel helpless and powerless, he will take advantage of them. The reason why I don't believe that it was probably a whole bunch of white chicks is because of the fact that America in general has never, hear me out, white America in general has never been okay with black men doing anything to white women. Did I just hit y'all with a brick of logic right there? I'm going to say that again. I'm going to tell you why it was more than likely black, mainly, as opposed to a whole bunch of white women that he was out here stealing pussy from. America has never been okay with black men taking advantage of their women. And the fact that you're a police officer, how well do you think that that would go across, especially knowing that the majority of police officers are comprised of white men? Remember, we're talking about logic. Logically, it makes sense. What the actual numbers are, they will come out when he goes to court. You prey on people that you're familiar with. When they say that it's the closest ones to you that'll do you, literally and figuratively, it's usually people that you feel like you're familiar with, your own kind. Those are the people that you usually take advantage of, okay? But again, I think that this is a bad look for police, and it's a bad look for black men, okay? It makes us look very, very weak when it comes to us basically being able to control ourselves. And I'll tell you this, like, it's already hard enough for black men to get in positions of authority. But when we get in those positions of authority, if we're going to do anything like the Jews do, then when we get in positions of authority, and I'm going to tell you guys this before I sign out, because I think I'm saying some real stuff. If we're going to be judges, if we're going to be police officers, if we're going to be politicians, if we're going to be people in this world that make a difference, the thing that we cannot have is for people like this to take that job lightly and to fuck it up for everybody. Because guess what? Once they feel like they need to close that door on us, you're going to make it harder and harder and harder for the next person to come behind, not only to try to clean up for what you've done, but to try to represent us in a reputable way. Completely destroying all of the progress that we're trying to make here in America. But that's why we're the AFC, we're the advocates for children. We try to lead by example. We try to lead by example by the way that we live. And I hope that they give this dude as much as he deserves for what he did to these innocent victims. All right. This is your boy DJ Just Jay. As you guys can see from the shirt, we're the AFC, Advocates for Children First. And I want to thank you guys for listening to my chopped up commentary. If you guys are watching this at a later point, I will do my best to try to fix this video and stitch it up and try to make some sense out of this, okay? Thank you guys so much, and that's the end of the stream.